2K Sports welcomes you to the following presentation of the NBA.
Starting lineups just announced. We're just about set for basketball. We'll be back in a moment. Hello out there, and get ready for some NBA basketball on 2K Sports. Alongside Richard Jefferson and Grant Hill, I'm Brian Anderson. We'll be joined by Allie LaForce courtside. Allie, it's all yours.
Hey, Brian. Well, Damian Lillard talked about his clutch gene. He said, quote, "I never think there's a game that I can't take control of. When I'm out there, I feel how hard the defense is trying to stop me, regardless of how I'm shooting the ball. I want to show them why they should be worried and why they should be on edge." Brian?
Yeah, Allie, always a threat. Thanks for that. Well, when we look at tonight, this could come down to the backcourts, Grant. They're both very talented.
Yeah, B.A., you know I love great guard play. And, of course, each team has some serious skills at that position. So expect a fast pace of play, lots of threes. It should be one heck of a matchup.
And let's take a look at Boston's starting lineup. Brown and Tatum are the explosive wing pair. Horford and Williams together in the front court. And it's Smart in at the 1 spot. And for the Trailblazers, Grant and Nurkic, they're inside at the 4 and the 5. Lillard and Simons are the 1 and the 2. And it's Thibault in at the small forward position. Now here's Simons. Back to Lillard. The 3. Always a nice way to start. Makes his first one.
In terms of shots per game, Lillard's name is always near the top of the list. He's not going to hesitate if the shot's there for him.
Back to Brown. Pass to Horford. And we've got 28 seconds left in the first. Williams passes to Horford. Shoots over Grant, and Horford gets it to go.
Well, Horford isn't afraid to go old school and drop a shot there from mid-range.
Shot from 12. The shot off that time. Smart outside to the paint. Fires the 3. No good on the buzzer beater. So at the end of 1 quarter of play, still a close game. It's the Trailblazers leading by 1. After this break, we'll be back with the start of the second quarter on 2K Sports.
Fans, have a big round of applause for your Trailblazers.
Good action already in this one, but a fairly even matchup after this first quarter of play. And what stands out to you from the Trailblazers in this one?
Give it up for their D. They're battling, communicating, and coming up with key stops.
It's been a group effort, and that's what it takes to play the kind of defense that they've played. Great showing from them.
On the court for the Celtics, second quarter underway. We've got Danilo Gallinari, Derek White out there with Malcolm Brogdon. Then there's Jason Tatum, and it's Williams in at the 5, roaming the paint. So it's Portland now. After the basket by Boston. Pass to Reddish. Here's Eubanks. With the fadeaway. And it's Jason Tatum with a rebound.
Oh, I can see some miscommunication on defense there very clearly. They were super fortunate it didn't torch them with that mistake.
You can tell Brogdon is a savvy shooter, getting it off and getting the foul called.
At the line for the Celtics, Malcolm Brogdon taking 2 shots.
That one's off. The Trailblazers making a switch here. Watford's checked in, and the Celtics also making a change. Hauser, he's checked in for Tatum. And he's good on the second. Lillard with the ball. Outside Reddish. Lillard outside. Plenty of space. Williams grabs the board.
Oh, man, that's tough. That's definitely one he'd like back. Almost too wide open.
Brogdon, the pass to Williams. Outside for Brogdon. He got it up. Oh, it would have counted had it fallen, but it is offline. And a pretty tightly contested game here as we end the first half. It's the Celtics. They're up by 2. All right, Allie's ready to go. She's courtside. Hey, Allie.
Thanks so much, Al. As you anchor that front court, what were you guys looking to accomplish in the first half?
I mean, we're just trying to play with pace, trying to dominate on the defensive end, get rebounds, make it tough.
Pace is key. Back to you.
Thanks very much, Allie. And folks, we'll be right back to start the second half of this game.
The 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Hello again, folks. Ernie Johnson here with Kenny the Jet Smith and Shaquille O'Neal. It's the NBA on 2K Sports, and let's talk the first half. Boston found themselves in a close game in the first. Some good action during the period, as it was just a one-point game at the end of one. In the second quarter, they put in the work to create a slight scoring advantage. Kenny, what's your take on Boston so far?
They put a big effort in the rebounding battle, working to corral every miss. That's the hustle you love to see. If they can maintain this approach, it'll give them the edge in other areas of the game.
Shaq, how do you think Portland played?
At this point, you feel like they have to attack inside, make the offense more dynamic. Looks like they're not even trying to make things happen in the paint. If you ask me, they're leaving food on the table down there. Kenny,
And that'll about do it as we get ready for the second half. Let's take you down to Kevin Harlan.
Shout out to my man Joel.
Joel, what up?
And we're halfway through this one. Plenty of basketball left in a game that's been a fairly even one.
Celtics ball starts the second half.
And here's Boston. 2-point game. Lillard and Simons are the 1 and the 2. Grant and Nurkic, they're inside at the 4 and the 5. And it's Thibault in at the 3. That's the group starting the second half for Chauncey Billups.
What's special about him is he is a natural leader and an active scorer. When Tatum is firing off the catch, you know he's feeling it.
Lillard passes to Thibault. Now here's Simons. Off the mark there with a 3.
And sometimes on defense, you could just get lucky.
Smart outside. Inside. And Williams punches it home.
Everyone loves the alley-oop play, B.A.
Yep, one of the prettiest in basketball. Lillard against Smart. For 3. Lillard can't get it to go. Smart outside. Here's Williams. He got it up in time, but it would not fall for him. And so it's the Boston Celtics closing out this quarter with a 7-point lead. They've done well to disrupt the opposition, playing inspired defense. We'll be back in a moment. And it's time now to bring you our State Farm assist to the game.
You talk about painting a magnificent picture with that, Don. Just a great decision and a perfect delivery.
A lot of times a spectacular pass is more impressive than a spectacular shot. This is one of those times.
With 3 quarters behind us, let's see what this 4th period holds in store.
It all comes down to this possession. They must get points.
Anything other than a make is game over. This is where you lean on your stars to get you to the finish line.
And a look at the 5 for the Celtics to start the fourth quarter. The core of this team, Brown and Tatum, they're the forwards. Marcus Smart out there with Peyton Pritchard. And it's Horford in at the pivot spot, manning the middle. Timeout called, the Blazers. They're down by 7. There's 53 seconds left in the fourth quarter. Gallinari, he's checked in for Boston. And from the sideline, let's catch up with Allie.
Guys, over the last break, I listened to Chauncey Billups address the team, and he had plenty of confidence. He told his players, we've worn those guys down. We can take advantage of it. We're not going away until the last second. Let's see how they respond. Back over to you.
Great work, Allie. Thanks. Here's Sharp. Offline with a 3. Pass to Gallinari. Over Grant. Gallinari's shot is off.
I hate to say it, but I'm pretty sure we can close the book on this one.
Yeah, they fought as hard as they could. Just wasn't in the cards tonight.
So close on the finish. I mean, it could have been a 3-point opportunity.
First team foul. At the line for Portland. And 2 shots.
He drops the first one, and that trims the lead to 6. And so Simons nails both of them. And Boston calls time here. They lead by 5. We've got 22 seconds left in the fourth quarter. Present the New Balance Player of the Game, Marcus Smart.
Can you say vintage? Wow, this was a vintage performance. I mean, so much of the game was about the 3-ball today, but his focus was going hard into the paint and doing damage from inside.
So Boston ends up going with a new group, and Boston calls time here.
First team.
They're ahead by 5. There's 21 seconds left to play in the fourth quarter.
It's dance time in Portland. Here are your Blazer dancers.
There's 21 seconds left in the fourth quarter of this one, and that's an intentional foul.
First personal foul. Second team foul. Shooting for Boston, Malcolm Brogdon. 2 shots.
Take a break. Take a break. 2 shots.
First free throw is good, and that increases the lead to 6. Second one is good, getting both at the line, and it's a 7-point game.
I'm not going to lie, that's big, making all of those, giving them a little bit more breathing room.
Now a timeout called by Portland. They're down by 7. 19 seconds left to play in the fourth.
Substitution on the court.
Tries a 3 off the inbound. The shot no good. Here's Pritchard. So we see the Celtics get the win here. They played the villain tonight, and they played it well.
Yes, they did. And, you know, you have 2 choices. You can either succumb to the hostility in this arena, or you can feed off of it and use it as motivation. They did the latter.
Well, now a minute to check in with Allie LaForce. She's courtside. Hey, Allie.
Malcolm, there's no question you won this game defensively. What were the aspects that enabled you to contain them so well?
Man, just being locked in, man, every possession. We didn't take any possessions off. Everybody guarded their lane, and we're there on the help side.
You have to be mentally exhausted. Thanks, Malcolm.
Thanks, Allie. Great interview once again. And that about wraps it up. This is Brian Anderson saying thank you for tuning in.